Hey YouTube, it's Chris with the Martial Alchemy channel, and we are continuing on with our series on application for Tai Chi movements. Today we're getting off of our high horse and patting the high... Wait, no. We're patting a high horse. No. Patting on high horse, patting horse. Let's just get at it. All right, so as you can tell from our little intro, this one, its name makes it very clear as to what we're doing. Kind of, sort of. Actually, the naming for this one, usually these techniques, the name is very clear. This one, my Chinese is terrible, but Gao Tianhua, which is patting on high horse, is usually how it's translated in English. We were just looking it up. And the translation actually that I like more, that it seems to be more of a direct translation, Gao is high, or lofty high, something elevated. And then the rest of it is mounted scout. So the elevated or high horse scout, something along those lines. If you have any idea the actual translation, the best translation for this, please comment below. But we're going to just break it down and get into the movements as we always do here. I just thought that that was a little interesting piece. So this technique, again, we're not going to go from the last piece, but we start in this open position breaking it down to its simplest form. Again, going back to like a guard stance. What are we doing in this? We bring the right foot in, gather step, and then we go into this empty step. That's going to be really important for later. As this foot comes in, our right hand in the form comes through the center like so. Our left hand is going to pull back, and we're going to rotate around the center, or we want to shift our weight into our back leg, leaving this foot free. This one's going to pull back into position, and this hand comes out. And again, there's lots of different ways we can do this. This can be a chopping down. This can be a pressing out. We're not getting into minutiae of these movements in this form. We're just working on the application part. So again, breaking it down, I'll turn sideways. We're here. We want to time this together. So as I come in, my hand rolls in. As I come together, the hand starts going out. As this hip rotates forward, this one pulls back, and we're pressing out this direction. Now, normally I give you 3 or 4 different variations on the technique. This one we're going to just do a slow build. I'm going to get Mike in here, and we're going to break it down piece by piece into one really neat technique that we use all the time. Okay, so like I said, we'll just break this down to one technique that will just kind of build on itself. Really 3 different techniques just building on each other. So we're going to start out with this position. Again, we're not going to get hold on attacker, I need to get ready to go, right? We're going to just start into a normal guard position. As always, we go big so that you can perceive and see movements, and then we want to squeeze it in, make it more narrow, coil in on itself, make everything a lot smoother. You could justify this arm coming out over here doing a specific thing in this direction, but I think in reality, or the best fit for what our purposes is keep this nice and tight, and it's about this tight coil through here in the hips. So we have our shield, which is going to be our lead hand, and we have our attacking hand, which is our rear hand. Just breaking this down, if Mike gives a jab, cross, whatever it happens to be, I block through this direction, this arm is ready, and I'm going to gather step and then strike. So this hand coming across this direction, this can be a block, this can be a block. It doesn't matter if he gives me left, it's fine. If he gives me right, that's fine. I can go inside, outside. This hand is out here, and it's going to start retracting. This one, which is back here, my rear hand, is going to start moving forward, and they're going to work in opposition. So he gives me the attack, 1, 2. So this is the first part. I'm going to strike this hand here. As this side is retracting, I'm ready to defend with my left hand. Let's actually turn sideways. Again, we're here, 1, 2, into position like so. So I'm retracting back here, and then I'm striking out this direction. So we're working this idea of yin-yang, one hand pulling in, one hand pulling out, hands working in opposition. One more time, we're here, 1, 2. Now another interesting thing, you'll notice that I'm getting closer to Mike. The most common thing that people do is actually back up a lot of times. Now if Mike attacks me, he has chosen this range. This is where he's comfortable. Right? He's picked this for whatever reason. This is how the range he's comfortable in. And I'm making him very uncomfortable by moving in and striking him in a place where he doesn't like. Like he would have chosen closer if he was more comfortable being close. I'm moving in, making him more uncomfortable. I'm dominating his space, which has a mental aspect of this as well. All right, so that's the first part, is just simply deflect, and then using that recoil, that hands working in opposition, striking in. Now, going off of this, we take another step forward, and as I'm deflecting, we'll just stick with the same pattern. As I'm here and I make contact, if I make this contact to this second hand, as it's retracting, I'm going to grab onto it. Now, it's not a miracle grab. I've already got that tactile sensitivity to it. I've already thrown up the shield. He starts throwing that next punch. I have that tactile. All I need to do is fall down on it. This is something that takes lots of repetitions, but I've seen students go from like in a single day being able to not do this to do this every single time. So we're here, 1, 2, and then we'll just break this down so you guys see. I make contact to it. Now I just take my fingers, go over the top, and as this hip retracts, you pull down, and you notice what happens to his shoulders along the way. We'll turn sideways one more time. Go slow with it. 1, 2. Now here, as this hand is going forward, pull it down, and then there's my strike. And notice what's happening through here. I'm off balancing Mike. If I get the chin, even more better, as he really gets messed up that direction. Let's switch back one more time. So we're taking it from version 1, which is simply block strike. Version 2, which is a little bit more advanced, where I'm off balancing him. Now version 3, we said let's look at that empty foot. Was it the first technique, if I remember correctly, in judo that you learned? Foot sweep. This is the first technique we learned in ringing. So we're here, and you take your partner and you take their feet out, right? Hey, look, we're doing that thing. All right, so like throw strike, 1, 2. As I move in, if he's got this foot forward, I'll just pick that side up. If he steps forward with the other foot, it's even better. We're here, 1, 2. I trap this foot, and as I'm off balancing him, I lock that foot up through there. Let's turn again. So we're here, and 1, 2. Step behind him, off balancing through here, striking through here, and Mike literally doesn't have a leg to stand on at that point. So that gather step becomes really important to come in and sweep this foot. So just do the footwork, right foot forward. Don't worry about the punches. We're here. As I'm in this position, he's stepping in, he's trying to dominate the space. I'm off balancing him through here, I'm striking up here, and I gather in and I lock up this foot. Now you can do this as a sweep, but Mike's got shoes, we got mat. It's going to be really hard to sweep a person here. Go try and do sweeps out on concrete with a person wearing shoes. It's easy enough to do barefoot on a mat. You add shoes, it becomes more complicated. You go onto gravel wearing shoes, it becomes really, really tricky and sticky to do throws. So I actually prefer doing trips, which is putting foot behind and then off balancing through here. It's a lot harder to do. It takes a little bit more skill, a little bit more off balancing ability, but it works 9 times out of 10, and you don't run into that. You try and sweep a foot and it's still stuck on the ground and you just end up kicking their ankle, which hurts but doesn't have the same effect that you're shooting for. So let's do this one more time. Our pat the high horse or high scout, whoosh, through here, trapping Mike and dropping him down to the ground. All right, I hope you guys like that. And again, I'm actually really interested now in the words behind this. Again, the usual English translation is, what is it, high pat on horse. Or pat on high horse. But again, our translation of it is high mounted scout, which is, I think, much cooler. It actually kind of represents, person looking out over the field. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below, and we'll see you guys next time. Take care.